Hi, my friends. Today I'm in Bachdjerrah. I'm in front of the town hall, the city hall, in fact, here in Bachdjerrah, and I am going to show you how to drive to Les Anassers, and more particularly to a beautiful park there in Les Anassers that you could go visit on a weekend day or in a nice afternoon, especially late in the afternoon. It's a beautiful place to visit. So now we are leaving Bachdjerrah via this road here. I guess that it's the Gaspar Pony street. All right. Speed bump here. Easy. So these buildings, yellow buildings on the right, are part of the Bachdjerrah apartment complex. It's a huge apartment complex, a huge residential area. These speed bumps are necessary to oblige drivers to slow down, because there are a lot of local residents that cross the road here. There are schools nearby, just like that school over there. I guess that it's an elementary school. And now we are in an area that's right above the Wad Shayh tunnels. The Wad Shayh tunnels are right underneath us. On the right there is a neighborhood known as Wad Shayh, and then on another neighborhood known as La Glacière. And La Glacière is in fact located between Al Harrash and Hussein Day. Not very far from the Al Harrash river. And Wad Shayh itself, I mean, the tunnels are named after that neighborhood and this river here. We are now descending into that river bed, but the river has been now, I mean, the waters of the river have been redirected through huge piping or ducts, huge ducts. This is in order to make, you can see those ducts on the left. They are part of those ducts that were used in order to redirect this river. And the reason why they redirected the river is that I mean, it is in order to build a road. I think that it's going to be a motorway or an expressway, a road of some importance in order to link the southern bypass motorway to the northern bypass motorway near Kouba. Well, now we are entering another area of Bachdjerrah. I guess that we are still in the administrative area of Bachdjerrah, or Bachdjerrah, in fact. The pronunciation, the correct pronunciation is Bachdjerrah. I'm just using the local pronunciation here, because Algiers residents have their own pronunciations. For example, Hussein Day is locally known as Lusandi, okay? Lusandi. This is how we locally call it. That bridge over there is for the subway. So this is the area, Hayy al-Badr. This neighborhood here is known as Hayy al-Badr, and it's locally known as Lotissement, and it's the area where the subway, which comes from central Algiers, leaves the tunnels in order to run in open air, just like a regular train. And now Hussein Day, or the central part of Hussein Day, is on the right, and Kouba is over there. If you want to return to Bachdjerrah, you take that road, that main road. This is the Chemin Bachdjerrah, or the Bachdjerrah road, by the way. It will lead you back to Bachdjerrah. And now, let's go to Kouba. So this is the road that links Chemin Bachdjerrah, or the Bachdjerrah road, sorry, Bachdjerrah road, to Kouba, to the central part of Kouba, to the area of Kouba where the Kouba Stadium and the Bin Haddad Mosque are located. Sorry. You can see how beautiful this road is now. Some 15 years ago, this was an undeveloped area. This was an undeveloped area. I remember this very clearly. I used to work in Dil Ibrahim 15 or 16 years ago, and well, this place here was like a riverbed, a completely abandoned area. The swimming pool is on the right. The Kouba swimming pool is on the right, where in June 2021 the swimming pools are still closed because of, as part of the measures to limit the spread of COVID-19. It's just for your information. And there is a nice residential area on the left. One of the nicest residential areas here in the area of Kouba. And the apartment complexes on the right are also nice. And now we are approaching the mosque with its minaret. You can see it protruding from behind those houses over there. There is a nice pastry shop here, Pâtisserie Koubienne. And of course, the residents of Kouba are very proud of their neighborhood because it's one of the oldest and most beautiful neighborhoods here in Algiers, with many colonial houses. In fact, it's one of the nicest neighborhoods here in eastern Algiers. This is one of the busiest areas of Kouba because it's like a market. There are a lot of fruit and vegetable shops and sellers here. Yes, go ahead. Hey, what's he trying to do? Okay. I thought he was going to park. And now, yes, the Bin Haddad Mosque with its two minarets is on the left, and the Bin Haddad Stadium is on the right. This is the Kouba Stadium, home to the local First League RCK soccer team, the RCK. And okay, both the mosque and the stadium are named Bin Haddad, but they are named after different Bin Haddads. So the Bin Haddad after whom the mosque is named was in fact a member of the Algerian Association of Muslim Scholars. Yes. This van, I can't let this van. I'm not sure. This van did the impossible in order to park. Fortunately, it didn't sidewipe me. Well, anyways, and the Bin Haddad, after whom the stadium is named, is a martyr of the Algerian Independence War. And now the Kouba, or one of Kouba's gas stations, is on the left. Now we are entering the main street of Kouba, Central Street. And this part of Kouba here, in the oldest part of Kouba, is known as le village, or le village, or the village, because Kouba was originally a village, a colonial village, back in the 1800s. Kouba was one of the first places to be settled by European settlers, and although it had already been inhabited by Algerians, and of course European settlers expropriated countless Algerians, and often, you know, in a very violent way. Today, and because it's a weekend day, we can afford driving as far as the city hall, and turn left to Les Anassers from there. Okay, so there is a church on the right, the former Saint Vincent Church, a former church, and there is, I mean, there is the city hall. It's on the right. There is a small playground here and the amusement park, a small amusement park with a trampoline and a couple merry-go-rounds. It's worth visiting this place with your kids in the late afternoon, with your preschool kids, of course. And this central part of Kouba has now become a very nice place to visit. And I think that this is the Mohammed Beg Street, if I'm not mistaken. So Kouba has a Mohammed Beg Street and a Mohammed Bey Street, and the Mohammed Bey Street is near the stadium, the Bachdjerrah Stadium, and this one is the Mohammed Beg Street. If you want to go to Hussein, you take the right. And now the Les Anassers apartment complex is in sight. It's on the left. It's a beautiful apartment complex. Just look at it. This apartment complex dates back to colonial times, and now we are going to show you how to enter the apartment complex, and we are going to visit a park, that park that I told you about many times. I've shown it to you from the Les Anassers motorway. So now you can turn around at that roundabout, huge roundabout over there, or just here. Alright, so it's a little bit tricky to drive to that park. Alright, so this is the entrance to the apartment complex. It's a nice June. It's a nice sunny day. We are in June 2021. This apartment complex, one of the nicest things about this apartment complex is that it has more or less all the stores it needs. You've got grocery stores and office supplies stores, and stationery stores, I mean, and everything one needs. There is a mosque over there. Because I had a friend who lived here for many years that I used to visit from time to time, my brother and I kind of know how to navigate my way around here, because there are dead ends as well, and usually apartment complexes are usually they are dead ends, because they end up with a parking lot which is a dead end. The good thing about this apartment complex is that it has a lot of parking space. It's also a relatively safe neighborhood, and it's beautiful with all these trees and shade. it's such a nice thing that they have. Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's such a nice thing that they have a park not very far from their residential area. But you know, an apartment complex like this one. Sorry, I'm filming a video. There is a swimming pool on the right. Swimming pool, a municipal swimming pool. Now, I guess that we have arrived at the park. Great. Let's park here. So, if you visit this park, you can park here. I guess that the area gets plenty of cars. Later in the afternoon, we'll get plenty of cars parked here. I think that it's okay to park in one of the parking areas back in that apartment complex, Les Anassers apartment complex. Now I'm going to continue filming this video as a walking tour. Okay. So this is the area where we have we came from. The Les Anassers apartment complex. You can see it over there. And now let's film the park. So everything you see right in front of us over there is part of Kouba. We are in a different municipality. This is the municipality of Les Anassers. You can see the park here. I like visiting it. I once brought my son here, and you can see they have benches where to sit. There is grass, so you can lie on the grass. It's pretty much clean. It doesn't have a lot of shade though. I can see that there are a few persons sitting in the shade of the few trees that we have here. I love this alley and this place, but you know, people should avoid littering it. They should take care of it. If they love it, they care about it. See, so just look at that patch of green grass down there. This area here makes this motorway, or yes, this Les Anassers motorway even more beautiful. I have filmed this park on multiple occasions as I drove through the Les Anassers road. So this road here links the northern bypass motorway, La Rocade Nord, on the seashore, to the southern bypass motorway, which is over there behind that hill, also known as the Binakinoon. Motorway. So as I said, people should should avoid littering such places like these. You see, they should avoid throwing around papers and bags. And now the nicest area, probably the nicest. Just look at these flowers, how they are beautiful. And in fact, places like these are now cleaner than what they used to be before. Look at the trash cans, they are filled. So the authorities have got to, come and empty them on a more regular basis. Just look at the beautiful view you can get from here. But the one thing I regret about this small park is that, it's not fenced. It's not fenced, and now this is the most beautiful part of this park. It's this waterfall with its water mill over there. It's a beautiful place. It took us less than 20 minutes to drive from Bachdjerrah to this place. People like visiting it late in the afternoon on summer days. And yeah, it's not fenced. This place is not fenced. And when kids play ball, it might, you know, I mean, it's definitely not a place where you should bring a ball when you bring your kids here, because you know that it can run down to the motorway, and then it would become virtually impossible to go and get it, because it's a motorway. It's very dangerous to run on it and go fetch a ball. Okay, so now we are discovering this area here where there are those beautiful trees of the coniferous family. They are like pine trees and cedar trees. They are of the same group as pine trees and cedar trees. I don't remember their name, but there they are. Beautiful trees. They resemble fir trees. They are a type of fir tree, and that's it. Okay. One of Algiers' most beautiful areas or places. I've seen beautiful flowers down there, so I'm going to return and film them. So this footbridge here lets people from Kouba, and more particularly from Vieux Kouba, that part of Kouba known as Vieux Kouba, to cross this road in order to come and visit and sit and have some fresh air here. So this area is not only built for the people of Les Anassers, but also for the people of Kouba, who live not very far from here. And just look at this plant here with its beautiful tree, with its beautiful flowers. And I love the fact that people now realize that they shouldn't be picking flowers up wherever they see them. So these plants and these flowers are left alone, and I'm very pleased to see that. Okay, so I guess that we have seen everything interesting to be seen here in this place. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications button in order to receive more notifications on my future videos. Visit Algiers, drive safely, take care of yourselves, and goodbye.